Yo, what is going on, guys? Godrekton here today, bringing you a new VOD review type of video. I guess this is going to be my new series now. I don't know what to exactly call it yet. I think I'm just going with VOD reviews. So, yes, welcome. In this video, we're actually going to be going over multiple games, firstly, so I just want to clarify that too. And today's theme in this commentary video for these VODs is actually how to play from behind. Now, I know a lot of my viewers have been asking me, how do you play when you're behind as Renekton? How do you mentally cope when you're behind? How do you come back and you're able to become something in the game? Now, today, well, let's say yesterday now, because it's 1 AM as I'm making this. We'll see how this commentary goes. Maybe I, continue it when I'm more energy as I'm making this, but we'll see. Regardless, though, I feel like this is going to be a video that needs to be made because right now, I feel like I'm putting out too much content that's geared towards me stomping and doing really good in games. I don't think there's anything ever wrong with that, personally. However, I do feel like that I do need to showcase at least some games where I'm behind, because not only is it for you guys to learn, but it's also for myself to learn, right? And in today's set of games, there's a lot of valuable lessons to be learned here in each one of these games that I will go over. And the common denominator as to why these games happened was things between me tilting, me trying something crazy out as like a playstyle, and overall just maybe the last few games leading into my performance being bad and being fatigued, which also led me to focusing more and ended up winning the game. Well, in each of these games, I actually won. Firstly, as you see here, 2 victories. This is also a victory as well. And these games are probably by far the worst league games I've probably played in a while. And you might hear this phrase a lot as you watch my streams and stuff, but I genuinely mean it, right? These games were horrendous, and I'm kind of lucky to get the wins today. And I even got my second account into Masters, which is pretty cool. We had a lot of fun today on the stream, even with these games, right? I had a pretty good mental. I came into this with a really good mindset. So overall, it wasn't so bad, actually. I was pretty locked in. I was pretty, focused. The only thing that today that I think wasn't so good was maybe my energy and my headspace to League. Let's say you're in a higher level of whatever you're doing, right? Whether it's your education, being a top, I don't know, group of people that are really good at maths, and you have to do certain tests. Maybe you're really good at some kind of activity, maybe you're really good at boxing, right? And you're rated really highly within your country or something like that, or in league terms, right? Let's just say you're a challenger or something along those lines, right? To simplify it. So basically, with these analogies, right, it's pretty let's say if you have to weigh everything down on why you wasn't successful or why you did something, you're always gonna think, oh, you know what? Today I felt pretty good. I woke up, I had enough sleep, I ate my food. There was a lot of positivity. I was just feeling good overall, right? That's a pretty consistent trend you'll hear on the days that someone does good at what they're doing, right? And it's due to those reasons that beforehand you come into things with a great mindset and everything else just follows that way. Now, when you have a bad day, right, typically there's a lot of reasons for this. Maybe you didn't get enough sleep. Maybe you didn't eat enough foods or the correct foods, right? Maybe you didn't drink enough water. Perhaps maybe something bothered you that affected your mind space. Maybe you just overall, it wasn't your day, right? These things happen, and this is something I want to teach you guys today in these games. I did good. I was in a really good mental space that I felt great, right? And that's maybe rare for me, sometimes for you guys that come to my streams. But I've been trying to really work hard on that, as I'm a pretty big advocate for taking care of my mental health and all stuff like that as well. I think it's a really big reason too on how you get better at League, because I think a lot of people that play League only view it for a game that's performance based. You load up your game, you queue in, I don't know, play so many games a day, and you just go off that, right? You blame your teammates, I don't know, you make all these excuses, perhaps sometimes you don't and you do well, and people don't really think why those things happen. But I'm telling you right now, the reason why sometimes, games go super well is not just winner's queue, but it's also because, you took care of yourself and you generally felt great in the day that you played, right? And, when you feel great, you perform great. It's just how it is. It's how it is in life, right? You see more openings, you find more ways to win, you feel more comfortable in uncomfortable scenarios. It all makes sense, right? Now let's flip that. Let's say we're having a really terrible day, we're, everything's going wrong. We queue into League, every game, we're pinpointing certain negativity, negative aspects, right? I'm a big hypocrite for this, because some days I load up the game, I play, I'm very objective, I can blame myself, I can point out my own flaws, but even if I can do that, sometimes I do just look towards my bot lanes and solely blame them for the entire reason why we lost. Now, that's not to say that it can't be true, because as you guys know, in low Masters Elo, or even just Masters Elo in general, or Diamond, people do like to throw games, and that happens, right? But if I'm just going to sit there, cry about it, complain, when I know what I'm getting myself into beforehand, then that's my own problem, right? So what I'm trying to say so far with this is, like, sometimes some things will be out your way, but it also depends on, like, what you can do better, right? So in these instances, I don't need to look at my teams and just look at the negativity. Don't let it create my good mindset into, like, a very pessimistic mindset. It's always better to be optimistic, because even if you're behind, let's say 10 kills, like 0 to 10, and you have a late game scaling comp, it is very wise to actually just play it out. Instead of spamming FF votes, crying about your teams losing, like, you have a clear win condition there. And playing for the win condition is what matters the most, especially in any of these, like, games where you're losing. If you can find a way to just find a way to win, you have a win condition to play towards, you have an objective that is consistent in your mind, and you're not taking your mind onto negative things, that's where you're going to have more success, and you're going to feel more better too, because you're finding improvement in yourself in areas where you became weak momentarily, or perhaps you're already weaker. And it gives you a good way to grow as a player too, which I think is overall the whole point as well of VOD reviewing, like I'm going to do in this video, because I'm going to be going over my mistakes here, and I'm going to be trying teaching you guys, like, valuable lessons too. So yeah, if you guys like this content and you want to see more, you know, let me know as well as we get through this video. Now, luckily for these VODs in this video, I actually don't really have my audio enabled, like for my stream or even the music, so we're hearing straight gameplay audio, which is pretty cool, right? It's like we're in a game. Now, I'm not going to go over every single point in this game, but I will try and teach you guys, like, the context of this game, right? So here we are. I believe we're in our third game of the day on the stream today. And this game, at the start of this clip, or like this video, I'm like, oh, I'm against Aatrox. You know what? I'm going to go PTA. I'm going to go domination. I want to have a fun game. I was in this really cocky mindset where I tried to psych myself up. Sometimes it's a little mental tool, right, that you learn. Sometimes, like, people have ways to create confidence, and for me, I believe it's a really good tool to have, especially when you're streaming too, because when you're there playing in front of so many people, it can be very mentally fatiguing, because I want to live up to the expectation that, you know, I'm one of the best of my region, you know. I want to always perform and do well, and, you know, when I'm having bad games and stuff like that, and I'm put on this depressive, like, you know, type of atmosphere, it's really not what I want to do. So I tried psyching myself up in these games, which weren't already going well as we got into this one. And yeah, I don't know, just trying to hype myself up in the chat. I went longsword available here with cheap shot and I believe Ingenious Hunter. So it was a really aggressive playstyle, right? In my head, I was telling myself, if I'm going to play this, I cannot E-start. I cannot force an E-start trade. When you're playing against Aatrox like this with Ignite, and you don't take, you know, Conquer or even like a Doran's Blade, you're not winning this at all. I knew this too in my head, and I said this as well. You can go to this VOD. I might even make a separate video to this, like the actual game, because it's pretty funny. And yeah, like, I don't know, I knew my odds were already stacked against me. This is why ego and just the fact of being cocky is a really big hindrance too. And this is what led to this game specifically today, which is the ego game, as I like to say, which resulted in the worst type of gameplay and also the worst scenarios happening. So level 1, I'm waiting for Aatrox here, maybe I'll walk up. I'm planning to take E with my refillable longsword. Typically with this setup, if you are going to play this like 3-in-1 does, you need to get your level 3, so you have 3 abilities and you have more of a way to apply damage and play safer too. This Aatrox player in particular was actually pretty good. You know, through the game, I did try and tilt him because he was permatyping too, constantly, and when I gave it him back, you know, it was pretty sweet. Yeah, let's get into the landing phase here. So level 1, Aatrox is missing, and here he goes, he shows here now. Instantly off the queue, I'll start trading. Yeah, I take a bit too much damage there, and this is the point, right? If I had my Doran's Blade here, actually, it would have been really gigantic, due to the fact that my health would already be around 500 still. I also have extra potions on top of that. I probably could gain extra auto attack too. I could also force something a little bit better, but it was just too forced here. And with my health pool being as low as it is, I'm forced apart now and leave myself in this awkward scenario too. So next thing, he wastes Q. I'm going to wait now. At this point, I'm not going to E in. I need to wait until I get level 2. I'm going to pick this up. I do have a Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai can gank quite often here. So I need to be careful of that. But now, right, with the longsword and refillable, I have my E ready and my W, 100 Fury. In my head, I thought this was truly winnable. So on the first Q, I double dash in, empowered W, or E, then empowered W, auto. Him with Conqueror. So, yeah, like, I don't know. Him with Conqueror there and Doran's Blade completely stat checked me on top of the potion. So, if I had that Doran's Blade at least, I probably would have been, like, in a much better, like, scenario. Again, this is a very ego start going longsword. I would always recommend Doran's Blade for this matchup because it's very volatile, in my opinion. And I'm just not a fan of these styles where I'm coin flipping quite often. So, we already gave 1 death now. 1 death, and the lane is completely on his side, right? Because he has Ignite, Aatrox is forced to be in a position where he will have to keep the wave on his side and try and get a jungle gank. Right now, as I'm going to lane, I'm actually like calling this ironically, like it's pretty, you know, no-brain like type of ideology here where jungle will start bot side from his red, go all the way to top, or their red, let's say, go to the blue and then gank top lane. So right now, my wave is frozen. It's very, very, very likely Rek'Sai just ganks top, and I know this too. So, at the moment, I'm just trying to, like, force some kind of chaotic little play here. Dodging the Q there. It's pretty good. Little mind games here. Kill Aatrox there. Rek'Sai ganks on command. Again, I knew this was going to happen, so I had to force a fight while Aatrox got him back. Sadly, though, the consequence of this play is I'm frozen. He pulled up a forecaster minion freeze here, and I'm completely frozen. This right here is what tilted me. I said it was game ending, which is the truth, right? It is practically game ending. I'm going to have jungle camping me. I'm going to be perm on my, you know, under his, like, side of the map. Pyke could gank me, mid lane, you name it, right? Like, it's a really awful scenario to be in. At this point, I also bought, like, I just stacked all these long swords because it's very flexible. I get enough damage to coin flip a fight, potentially. Like, I know in my head I could potentially win the 1v1 if I play it correctly. So I got all these long swords to kind of help me ensure that I get the AD that I need. But again, it's really hard to get bone playing here. Again, right off the bat, Weakside's ganking me once again. It's just completely horrible here. You see, this is like the worst start possible. I'm just frozen under his side of the map. He is yet to back. Actually, no, he did back, sorry, but yeah, the wave was just completely destroyed here. So if you look at the map right now, Pyke is missing. He could easily roll up towards topside. You know, and grubs are spawning very soon. And if you're in a high-low game, support players are roaming to grubs, 100%. Aatrox is taunting me here now. Like, I have a lot of like, you know, despair here at this point, because I also tell my chat, like, you know, guys, if I lose this, you guys can flame me. Like, feel free to, right? Because I know in my head this is stupid. And this is the thing, right? Play stupid games, you know, win stupid prizes. Also, apologies, that was a follow by Okyoso, who is... I mean, I'm not even streaming right now, it's just off stream. But shout out to you. Yeah, at this point, I can't really roam or do anything, but in my head, it's like, if I do need to sacrifice myself for the team, I most certainly will do that. Yeah, at this point, I'm just going to go for a little trade here. It's practically impossible, though. Even, like, at his worst here, with just boots and hitting, like, his Qs on the outer pots, it's just, like, completely game-losing. So what do you do as Renekton at this point? Sadly, a lot of it is just trying to go for coin flip plays because it's very feast or famine. Now here, like, Diana's trying to lane gank me. It's a bit awkward for me because I have no cooldowns. I don't know where to stand, but I ideally should be positioned more towards here, or at least on the outer side. And then as I'm walking in, like, towards the middle part, like, Aatrox will go in and Diana will get a free Q on me. But yeah, at this point, like, I play like a moron here. Like, there was no reason for me to stand this side. Either way, I could also get ganked standing there. I was waiting for Diana to move up, and then I was baiting towards here. But at this point, he gets me with the Qs, and I'm just locked in. It was just really awkward to make work, I think, at the point. This point Diana's like flaming me, you know. I think it's pretty justified to be flamed here. I'm also like tilted. I'm also like, yeah, I'm kind of doing shit this game. So it's really horrible, and I'm just being flamed, even though it's my ult account, and I have a higher win rate than everyone. But that's beside the point. I deserve every bit of flame here. But yeah, I'm coming into lane here now. 1-4, 6 minutes 50, sorry, with 28 CS. Again, another wave freeze. The only way you break wave freezes is literally just try and like force it all in. And it sucks, but that's the reliable way of trying to get out of this position or roam. Couldn't get the pike here. I could definitely kill him if he was close enough, but I just couldn't. Dragging the wave here also helps because my minions aggro into him. And the wave actually pushes too. So as bad as this is, and as horrible as it is, it's also like a bit redeeming in a way. Because they don't just kill me off of like a wave being frozen on their side still. But again, I don't really advocate for this. Right now I'm tilted, my camera's kind of still because I'm like just, I don't know, really annoyed. Coming into lane here. Again, surely this time, you know, things will go better. Come by, he gets a plating. You know, it's just really horrible at this point, you know. It's like literal despair. So in my head, it's like, I'm kind of in this phase where I'm, it's kind of like being in a trance, right? Like, when you have, like, these bad games, like, everything bad just snowballs afterwards. Like, for me, at least, if I'd make one mistake, it all snowballs into this type of thing for me. Like, I'm very, very, I don't know, it's like being a snowball with me. At this point, like, I'm just trying to go for a fight. Like, I know I can win in my head. Sadly, Aatrox lives. Another reason to tilt to. You see, at this point, it's just completely horrible here. Completely horrible. Do I die here? I don't remember. Yeah, I actually die here. So, at this point, like, I'm trying to get the Empowered W on his, like, Q. But as you can see here, he kills before it lands. And, I don't know, again, it's just really tilt-desperate players because I'm trying to make anything work. And as close as it was there, like, at a point, I just fumbled it. I think I fumbled it off my E here. How did it work here? Did I not get my dice, or what happened here? No, I always miss my E. My E was the problem there. But yeah, regardless, we ended up getting bogged and just dying. At this point, my team's kind of doing okay. I'm walking back to lane. Gigantic CS differential. I'm walking here. When do I next die? I have some, like I said, this game was like the worst I played. We can speed it up a little bit here now though. In my head, I'm just trying to get farm. Like, all I'm trying to do is like mitigate. Like, I definitely was very stubborn this like VOD. And I don't know, I just tried to do anything I could. Again, why I was playing on that side, this is like, in any high elo game, this situation is basically unplayable. It's why you see me go for a lot of these coin flip fights too. But again, I'm just dead here. Like, I'm legit running it down. It's like awful game. At this point, everyone's flaming me. Living up to username. Dude was, you know, completely, you know, eating me up here. As I go back up top lane. Just dove again here. Just a nightmare scenario. Nothing to really do. 1-8. Now this point, guys, is where the turning point happens. So I've just shown you me at my complete worst. Showing you that I'm human, you know? I'm not just this guy that always gets fed in games. I also have bad games. And I also get as tilted as you guys probably do as well. Yeah, at this point, in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop with this shit. I'm going to play safe. I'm going to just try not to die. I'm going to build into Black Cleaver. I'm going to go into every item possible and play every way that I can to play for my team. Right now, I'm 8 of our team staffs. So, you know, it's like, if you take that away, like, we're still kind of winning, in a way. So our plan at the moment is just try to farm, try and mitigate. So even on this play, I'm just going to, like, try and shove in fast while Aatrox is off the map. I see Weakside's bot. I'm a little bit more safer here. Gonna push. Is there a way to speed up VODs? Like a key, maybe? My best is to speed it up right now, just as like we're talking a little bit as well. Yeah, I'm actually warding now, playing safe. Like, again, I was just very tilted. I think prior to this game as well, like, we were winning a game, and then our jungle AFK'd after one death. Just randomly, right? It was just really weird. Luckily for me, he takes tower here, which is a little bit more earlier than he probably should have. But it's completely fine. If I was Aatrox, I probably would have denied the wave here too, so I don't get complete... Like, I can put Renekton even more behind of golden XP, and that's what you want to do too when you are, like, snowballing. So here I'm just trying to get last hit. It comes again, and my health gets melted. So at this point, I'm just like getting the XP, and I'm going to recall now. Not going to make the same mistake. There is a dragon fight. We do get the dragon, which is pretty good. As we're watching this, my team is like kind of dying, but my Zeri is proving to be our win condition this game. Aatrox roams, and he does get a kill here, I believe. Yeah. But again, it's fine. Zeri is the win con. Zeri is completely strong this patch. If I can peel for her and at least do anything like protect Soraka, that's all it takes, right? That's all it takes. That's my mindset right now. Like, believe it or not, as tilted as like I am, I'm actually trying to like play and win still. Like, I know this gameplay doesn't seem like that, but I am trying. It was just a really bad game. So here right now, I'm going to top lane, just waiting, trying to make sure it's fine to farm. Aatrox goes mid. Another fight breaking out, they end up dying. This gives me a bit of leeway to try and farm back in the game here, which is, you know, pretty much needed. So I'm just going to try and farm this. With my CS that I need. Zeri takes tower. Aatrox perma BMing in chat, by the way. I understand Diana's frustration though. Like, I didn't play good enough this game. I don't really blame them. At this point, I want to go for tower, but I don't know where Aatrox is. And because I'm just a punching bag, they're probably going to keep coming for me. Yeah, here Zeri gets a triple kill. So, Zeri is completely strong here. That is my strong side that I have to play towards. As Renekton, again, it's just getting anything that I can get here. I need to go cheap items, get cheap power spikes, and just play for my team. Here, catch the wave just. Now I'm going to collect these. This is like free... It's like free stats, basically. Like, CDR is good for my abilities, even if it's like a little bit. I'm just here now. All the way into my tower. I can't go for freeze because Aatrox is going to melt my health. I probably should have pinged at this point, though. One thing I didn't do enough of this game was I didn't really ping. As you see now, Aatrox goes mid. And I'm just not really there. I'm better off just being there to, like, suicide play for my team and peel. Yeah, as you see here, though, big shutdown. Aatrox got shut down there. So I'm here now. I run down to the fight. Get myself a kill. WR. Kill the Jinx. I do take some shutdowns here, which probably wasn't worth it. But, again, I provide that an asset for the team. I roam. Do my thing. And it's all fine, you know? It's all chill. So we're going to take tower here. I would have liked if Zed came to help me, but it's completely fine. The enemy has no threat on the map. Like, their threats is just Aatrox and then him playing around Pyke or Weakside, mainly. So at this point we get Black Cleaver, and now I get Sterox. In my opinion, as this game's done, I said it in the game too, I should have went Knight's Vow. Knight's Vow is like 2,300 gold. It is so cheap, you get so much like good stats from it. And if you have a carry like a Zeri, you put Knight's Vow on them, and they just completely, like, you know, stay alive, and you drain tank all the damage, and it's just super chill, you know? So, I don't know. It's really worth it. That's something I recommend you guys, though. But just to speed up here, though, right now I'm just kind of, like, walking around, just waiting for something to happen. Looking for any bit of CS. Dragon spawning. Every dragon spawn, I want to make sure that I'm there, because it's a very valuable objective. If I can play for my objectives, my win cons, gain those additional stats, it's really good for our team. Aatrox is coming here. At this point, I'm trying to like peel for Soraka. I was under the impression it would be a better fight here, but it remains not to be. Our position was also just whack there. Again, I'm not strong enough right now to really stay alive. But yeah, our position there was like really bad. The way it should have been played was, we should have pinged more here because we did see him come down originally. We should have been back towards this side, but I chased in and ended up just getting me in this crossfire a little bit. I could have flashed, but flash isn't really worth it when I'm not really useful. Flash is better if I was like saving a gold bounty. Instead, I want to save it for a flash W play as well. That's like my mindset too. I have a dragon fight too, so having flash up is pretty worth. Just gotta speed up a little bit. Let's run into a dragon here. Oh, it's just like a way to make it faster with my left click. I'm just here for the objective, I'm just showing up. It's a little bit like, you know, I spawn, walk to dragon and recall, but it's kind of like what you need to do, because you never know how the enemy's going to play. You have more people on an objective than the other team, it just remains in your favor. So here they try to take our tower, just chilling back here. Can't really contest this without my team, so I'm just kind of waiting for them. Did ping an assistance as well. Okay, just like that, we would defend the Herald. Trying to be very careful. Warding this, looking at the map. Need to try and get a play. Again, I want to be here for these moments, because if I'm there and we have a numbers advantage, we just win. Aatrox is bought with Ignite, by the way, so this is like a free opportunity to look for something. I'm just around. Sadly, nothing else materializes here, but it's completely fine. Again, I'm here, like I showed up. It's always good to be more reactive than to wait on something. So it goes in, gets a kill here. At this point, we have a bit of momentum, so I'm going to go for a W flash drop play. Again, I saved the flash for a moment like this. It didn't really net me enough for myself, but I get a kill for Zeri, and it remains like pretty strong for us in this case. Just igniting this here. Just gotta stun lock him onto me so he can't chase Zeri. Or run him down. Like that, my Zeri's just completely dominating. If I can stall off the people from my team by stunning them and taking the damage, that's all that matters. Also, something that I want to note too on this VOD is that I probably should have went Executioners. I definitely should have went that mid-game. It's definitely a lot less valuable in the early game to build it, because you'd rather have like actual combat stats. I mean, that's my opinion, right? Unless I have Conqueror. Yeah, when I'm going PTA, my plan is to go full AD, but yeah. Sadly, this game it didn't really happen. You see the duality in this player, though? It's always the most fragile people that type like this. Like, look how fragile this guy is. He spent too much typing the whole game. Like, and he's losing now, and he's mental booming. So, something you could do, if you like to be this player, is you can psychological tilt them. Like, if you feel confident enough to do that, you can type in all chat and just shit talk them. Get in their head, right? The best case of getting in someone's head is, it's Robert Duran versus Sugar Ray Leonard. So if you guys are like, you know, boxing fans, basically, you know, this fight happened, the first fight happened. Sugar Ray Leonard lost. He was really scared of Robert Duran at the time. And, like, let me just explain it and paint a picture, right? So, he lost because there was a lot of, like, mental battle warfare with Duran. And then in the second fight, it flipped. Sugar Ray Leonard got a therapist, and he started employing all these mental mind games, and he was like frustrating Duran in the fight itself as well by doing all showboating and being really annoying. And at that point in the mid to late rounds, he ended up quitting. This example is really important to me, because if you do use this right, like this type of stuff, it can be really good. And it doesn't make you just, I mean, I don't know, you can say what you want about it, but it is like a strategy, even like when you're not performing, because if you can make the enemy team perform less and get in their head, then, you know, more power to you, right? Like, you you get in their head and you can win the game. Yeah, I think it's like a fun thing to do, though, maybe. So here I actually get caught a little bit, but I'm lucky to escape. So here I recognize that I'm a threat to potentially dying, so I'm just going to stay back and, you know, use the Baron Wave to, you know, keep my minions empowered so they can't take tower. Soraka roams down, pretty good reset roam towards me. Here I'm just waiting for Aatrox to do his thing. I don't need to fight him. If I fight him, I'm probably gonna die. So it's worth not doing that. So right now, our team's like doing some kind of fight. I can't really be there. I'm also waiting because Aatrox could be camping this side. So I just want to get the CS and get the XP. I think we'll just speed it up a little bit here. So right now, there's a lot of chaos going on. It's kind of scary. Because my team ends up getting caught, my win condition dies in Zeri, and it's pretty bad. Even Zed starts walking up, but he doesn't die here, I think. Dragon spawns too. So let's just slow it down again now. Yeah, I need to be there. Like, I feel like if I'm there for the fights, I have an ignite for their healing. I can peel, I can tank. That is my goal. I don't care about anything else. That is simply my goal. So I went to the dragon here, and I just try and zone off. I'm trying to buy time as well. Kill the ward here to deny vision, keep them guessing. Walk back up towards my team. Also try and remember exactly what I'm doing. Also, third iron, I'm going the Knight's Fan now, as we talked about. Okay, at this point, he's trying to engage on Soraka. I'm trying to protect Soraka, but his damage is too big, unfortunately. This is a pretty awkward fight because we don't have Zeri, so I'm trying to just get out of here. He does kill me, unfortunately, but we do kill Aatrox in return. But yeah, it was just really awkward. We weren't grouped as 5, and it ended up being a pretty dramatic, well, moment, kinda, but not really. My team is all, like, flaming each other too, but I don't care. I'm just trying to play and win the game. Even with all these deaths, right? So I think I should have done here is I should have bought some, like... I definitely should have bought more control wards too for this game, I feel like. Because if I apply that vision denial, and I also have vision in certain areas for our team, it's giving me more utility to play around them as well, which is definitely what I should be doing in these type of games. So they're trying to push at this stage. Diana wants to go in. I have ult up in 10. So I can play it in two ways here. I can either protect Zeri, which has GA now, which is even better for us, or Soraka as well. Keeping Soraka alive is very important. Or I can just like dive in and let everyone focus me while they can all focus the Aatrox who jumps on them. And my Sterox too now, which is a really big power spike for that type of play pattern as well. We're talking about like side lanes, but I couldn't really do it myself because I was kind of worried about just the fight breaking out. I wanted us to be together, but it's always like awkward as well in these scenarios where you're super weak. Yeah, just stick around mid here just in case they all push. Don't know why Zed was like pinging me. I think he wanted me over there, but the thing is, like, we had no intel on mid. Right now we see Rek'Sai as the top. I'm just gonna wait in here, and I try and red trinket this. I'm weighing around. We can, like, force a play on this, so I am getting ready here. Jinx is, like, caught out. Just completely random play. Let's fight this. Don't really have to do anything else. Just play like a bot there. Zeri is crazy, by the way, though. It's such a pop-off champ. So I was thinking Baron too, but we can just simply end here. This play alone won us the game now. So us just like taking our time and grouping up as a team when they were a bit out of position is what simply won. So at this point, I'm getting pretty excited. I'm like, you know, let's go. My whole chat's getting ready to type it. You guys know what's about to come. The Ez, the good old Ez in the top gap. Yeah, at this point, just trying to get in his head. Just writing random, like, delusional shit, because this stuff, like, sticks to people. And when they go into their next games, too, they will underperform as well. And I don't know, with all that shit the guy was talking, I hope he did. And in the endgame chat afterwards, he was also like permatyping as well about everything, and I was like just, you know, kind of trolling him too. Yeah, guys, that is game one. So game one was a very hard game. You know, we got lucky with a good teammate. However, I do feel like I should credit myself to, you know, me stop dying like later on. Like I had 8 deaths, so let's see. So we had 7 deaths at 9 minutes, and then we managed to mitigate an extra like 2 deaths throughout the whole game, which, you know, pretty fine. You know, pretty fine. I absorbed a lot of pressure, and overall I think I came back and it was like, you know, kind of cool. Okay, next game. So we have 2 games here now. I think first I will probably go over this game. Yeah, I'll just go in order. So in this game right here, I'm against Akali. Akali right now is probably not the best state she's in. I mean, she's definitely good in the right hands, but in terms of top lane, I think she's pretty easy. So, like, when I last played against Akali, it was like when Renekton had his magic resist back. So this is like before the nerfs as well, like when I would play against her. But since then, I haven't really played against her. Maybe I landed against her once. Probably won it. But yeah, I never really lost to Akali. But after that game, I came into this with a pretty shaky, you know, mentality. Because I was a bit psyched up, like, okay, I'm going to have a better game here. But things didn't really turn out that way, as we're going to find out soon. For this matchup, I took Conqueror, and I also took second Windy Shield here, I think. Or maybe it was PTA, I'm trying to remember. Take E-Start here. Okay, it was PTA. Yeah, something you can do in the matchup is you can definitely do that. My E did time out though, and I missed out on a better trade with my E. So far, I'm playing it pretty textbook. Trying to anticipate the Qs, trying to play off energy. So every time like a minion's low, or like I'm walking into range, I'm going to like sidestep back. I was prepping for a kill as well at this stage. Pretty good here. As you see here, I'm waltzing behind the minion, so she can't land an E on me. Very important as well. If I went up for that as well, it could potentially kill me. So right now is actually a free kill, I believe, if I was a bit more confident. But a bone playing was coming up, and I didn't want to take any risks, because maybe she just buffers the E on my W flash. That's why I didn't really go for it here. So instead, I knew I had to like play a bit more cautiously. I missed cannon there as well. I know you guys saw that. Yeah, I missed my cannon. I saw warded top early this game because they had Lee Sin. And Lee Sin sometimes likes to start red and just gank top lane right after 2 camp. Or even 3 camp. So I wanted to keep the ward there just for some intel earlier on. Which I don't think is bad to do. But considering he didn't show, it was a little bit unknown where he could be right now. I didn't really pay attention to bot lane as well, like where they started. Yeah, right now I'm just waiting for the wave to bounce back. My win con, or like my like way I want to play this lane is keep the wave in the middle, go for EQW trades, build up my Fury. I bait Q there, that's a window to fight. So next Q, I can go in like here. She misses horribly. Ian, gonna walk out here. And then power W. Didn't really have much else to build with. Sadly, Lee was a little bit. Sadly, Lee's timing here was definitely a bit better than Diana's, but kind of is what it is. Maybe I could have played a bit differently too. I mean, if we watch that again, I probably should have waited for my Q to come up, and then I built to like power W. But in my head, I wanted to keep her like next to me as long as I could, in case she got away. But yeah, it was like really awkward with my Fury and everything and like timing, so didn't really work out. Just ignite Akali here for extra damage for my team. Diana gets a kill. But we also die in the process. Leaders also kill as well right after. So pretty unfortunate start, but not the worst thing. Into lane, miss some minions here, just missing everything gradually. So at this point on her back, she got sorcery boots here. I was very surprised that Akali had the goal to straight up build sorcery boots as well. Did she get first blood actually? Let me see. So she did get first blood. Okay, I think at the time I didn't really think in my head about it. Because I was like, wait, she has sword boots already? But it was off the first blood, so it all makes sense now. Oops, my headphones came out. Yeah, her having first blood here is like incredibly like hard because she can kite me right now. She does like a lot of magic damage. She has like a lot of built-in damage as well from her kit. I have to be like very careful, but I know I can still win it. But I definitely underestimated her a little bit. It's pretty bad here. I missed my my EQ, and then I tried it into a bone plating, and just like that, my lane is kind of over here. So to truly understand this play that I'm about to do, you have to realize that Akali has XP and gold advantage over me. I'm like halfway to level 6, and I thought in my head, if I can get the minion wave low enough, I can potentially go for my kill here. Which would be very wise, right? But yeah, I'm trying like my hardest here to try and like do it, but I'm just tanking too many Q hits. And at this point, I can't really get to work. I was trying to like stall time to get the level 6, but I couldn't. And then I tagged this tower shot too, which was just, I don't know, something. How did I do this even? Oh yeah, the minion blocked me. Wait, I didn't notice that before. Yeah, so I had attack champions only on, then my character like got dragged behind the minions, and then I took a tower shot. I think it's sad though, because I think I actually get level 6 there. Yeah, I think I actually get level 6 there, then maybe I can survive, but maybe not. Maybe not. Again, I played it really bad prior to that, but yeah, just unfortunate all around. Yeah, at this point I'm just realizing, like, damn shuck Sork Boots. I didn't even look at the builds, I think, at the time, as I was playing. So at this point, when Akali has freeze, she can just all in me. I'm very aware of this, so I'm just waiting for my level 6. Get a bone playing first, this time. Walking around, trying to build Fury. Push anything I can. I think we're into a little bit of a full sense of security here. I dodged the E there. I think I played this kind of well here, but I couldn't secure the kill. And I was a little bit short of being able to do much else. And Lee ganks right after, so... Even like when we come a bit close there, we get ganked as well. So it's just a... Like today's games would just be kind of getting like perma-ganked, and it was very mentally exhausting. Let's skip to the next part now. So I come to a cannon wave. I managed to get the XP and gold, which is pretty decent here at least. So now that I shove, I kind of want to back because I want to get no magic mantle. Just so I can get a Hex Shrinker. Hex Shrinker is pretty much priority in this lane if you're behind, or even if you're like you're even. Just so you can damage mitigate and be fine. Yeah, here I felt impatient, and I kind of thought Akali ult would be off cooldown. But little did my clueless self know that Akali ult is, you know, pretty low. Yeah, here she needs to abuse me while I have no ult. This time she plays it more clean though, the fight overall. Can't really do anything here. Just playing really well. But yeah, like, so far... pretty horrible. This is like where the turning point changes. So a lot of these VODs, there's a turning point, right? And this part, like where I died 4 times, was basically the point where I'm like, okay, I'm going to play more smart now. I'm going to play more intelligent and calculated. And I think after that, I didn't die in the rest of the game. Like, we had a really good comeback game here. Yeah, I come to lane here, walking back up. So right now, Akali decides to stay. She greeds in herself to... try to get an extra minion wave and plating, and I come in, try and do what I can here. Try and do anything I can, but it doesn't really work out in my favour. Was hoping maybe I can get a play, but I couldn't. I do have wave on my side, so I plan to freeze. I could have kept freezing this, but I think my problem here was that I didn't really have any potions, so I wanted to recall off this and get Hex Shrinker. And if we just skip to there, get my Hex Shrinker now, walking back to lane. Akali is really strong. She is really fed. But can I still beat her? Yes, I can. I can beat her. The thing is, Renekton's ult gives him a lot of health, and the fact that you get a lot of damage per second from mixed damage, and the fact you have a stun and you have PTA, Ignite, it's still pretty good. You just have to play it well and play it smart. So here she wants plating. She wants to poke me in a tower too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and like go for an EW trade under tower 2. Waiting for my Q here so I can mask my abilities better. And then power W. So here I tried to go for a trick where on the E, she would dash back into my tower, but I was a little bit slow there. I was a little bit slow at that point. Here I'm just trying to keep my fury up a little bit as well. Just try and roam down. I wanted to like push out and roam, try and help my team first. But at this point, do I still do it? Yeah, I think I do it. So again, I think I'm definitely stronger here with the Hex Drinker Spike. So I'm walking in here, waiting for her to show up. I have my attack move on as soon as she comes out as well. Very important to keep her locked in. So here I'm just swaying around. We pick up kill, and it was really good. Just gotta drop a ward down, and I'm gonna run for my team here. Again, there's no point me playing selfish and going for wave. When I'm this far behind, I can't ego players. I need to go for my team and help them, because if I'm just letting them get roamed on by mid lane TPing in or Lee coming over wall with like a fed lead or support, it's just kind of griefing the game. So why not just play for our power spike here, like our win condition, which most certainly is the Diana this game. A little fight breaks out here. We do have our mid lane coming in, trying to like tank a little bit in front lane. Go for the kill there. We pick up one. Actually, like a remaining target here. Get myself a kill in the progress too. So overall, we kill 3 people in that whole time, and we get 2 grubs as well. So not the worst trade. So at this point, I'm back for my boots here. I decided to go on Merc Treads because they do have a lot of CC in Hui, Thresh, and I think the MR as well, and the additional moon speed is most certainly good into Akali as well. So right now, I'm actually pretty strong. I'm basically on par being even, except she is a level ahead, but if I have ult, I definitely can outplay her. Or even just using my tower here as well. So Akali's going to try and push. Just waiting. Don't need to do much. If I can get bone playing, it can be good, for sure. Gonna walk in here. I think I'm planning it. Just a little EQ trade. Saving my second dice in case she E's and I can avoid it. So here, this is like where Akali's gonna start trying to like go for trades on me. So here I get a low. That's the trick I wanted to tell you guys about. So if you just like go back. So when you're in this weak side position, a lot of Akali players have the Akali syndrome of pressing E. So in this point as well, which is a little bit unfortunate, I wanted to EW. Like the thing is here, like you want to EW, but Akali will always buffer her E on the dash. So it's better to mask you with an EQ and like cancel your Q animation with W, because you can quickly like lock into it as well. So you like prime your W up instantly. So here I go for EQW. I get my stun on the frame as well where she's like spamming it. I dash into my tower, auto attack, get PTA proc, and I get a low now. So Akali is very squishy for the taking. So here I pretend I'm like a little bit scared. I know that Akali wants to reset, so I'm going to shove the wave in best as I can here. Gonna push, she wards. Gonna hit this with Fury. She gives me a free hit of Fury here, by the way. Here was a really horrible play by me. Okay, I forgot I died an extra time. Yeah, it might... So, yeah, I was tilted. Everyone laughed at me on stream for this. Yeah, I wanted a flash, but on the type point she E'd, I flashed onto it. Looking like a moron. And I didn't want to be dumb like that, so I'm just going to go for the dive here. I get her ignite. And we kill her. But it was a little bit rough there. But it gave me gold and confidence that I can still win. And we're getting a step closer now as well. Back to where we should be. Meanwhile on the map, my team is like going for plays. Twitch is like kind of popping off as well. Being a bit of an asset to the team. Akali has Lichbane. Oh yeah, that's the thing too. Akali TP'd in this time as well. Like while I was top, she TP'd bot and got like a triple kill. So it was a little bit unfortunate, but in this moment, I'm just going to go top, just going to get my wave, my XP, get like any bit of the tower I can, and just, you know, chill, vibe. Got my gold for more. Just going to rush this because it's 65 AD, 50 magic resist. And these are the stats that I need. And if I do get low as well, I get a bunch of Omnibam. And a big shield as well. So it's pretty beneficial for me to get. So at this point, we're kind of similar in items. She does have a component over me, but with my stats and everything like possible, I'm actually a lot stronger than I look. Especially level 11 coming up as well, which is a big power spike. Just gotta cue the wave here. Try and roam down to my team as well, just in case there might be something that breaks out. There we hit the ward. So right now, at this stage, we're both level 11. I did get my lead back. Again, because I know my limits and I know my matchup, I know I can always beat these players, and this is where I you know, start to try and do that. So firstly, I get a bone plating. I'm about to go into this fight where she's going to ult. EWR or ERW. Not sure why she ulted backwards, but I think she wanted to ult to Lee, and then Lee goes in. Oh, it's for the shield. Ah, I see. She actually lives there. Yeah, this point we're just outplaying them as well. Trying to stay back as well. I don't want to get hit by a Lee Q because I'm pretty much in death range with Sundered Sky and Eclipse. As you'll see here in a second as well. He tries to go for a play and I just kill him. It's pretty well played overall, and we get back in the game. We even like basically solo kill a Carly in the process, so I always know I can win. It's just like getting that empowered W, getting a bone plating, and trying to avoid a damage as well in any way that you can. Didn't show the best example of that in that fight, but that's basically how you want to play it. So this stage now, I'm just kind of playing in the tempo on my team. If there's a fight that breaks out, I'm going to follow by. I'm just going to, you know, side lane if I need to. Just skip it a little bit. Yeah, I'm grabbing the wave. I have like some leeway to do this. He's not really strong enough to stop me as well. He is like pretty annoying, but I can like look for a fight on him if I want to. Yeah, I was kind of tilting over this damage a little bit as well. Like, he has no cooldowns, I swear. This champion is like ridiculous. Yeah, at this point, my team's like doing pretty good. Everyone's like doing great on my team. I'm kind of like coming back too. I'm providing myself to be, you know, pretty worthwhile. Here at this point, we've got a double dash from the cannon. Try and go for a trade. A little bit impatient. Go for a WR play. Just like outrun me, unfortunately. Again, I like to take risks, see if it pays off. Unfortunately, I didn't really have an answer to his combo there, but me being able to waste his ult, you know, face tank it, buy his time to be there as well, is equally as, you know, rewarding for our team. So you got to think of it like in another way too. Like, I could think of this like negatively, like, ah, damn, I can't kill anyone. I'm kind of sucking here, like, you know, don't do really anything, I'm really useless. But think about like what it's doing, right? Like the last game, I'm applying pressure to my lane, you know, I'm wasting cooldowns, like ults and stuff. Not that it was my intention, but that's like the end, like the result of like what they're doing. This result here, like I'm bringing White top lane, he needs to get minions, he wastes ult, he can't use it for dragon fight, it's down. Like there's a big benefit in that. So here now we have a fight. Go to the dragon too as it spawned. Here I'm just pinging Vayne. If we focus Vayne here, it's like pretty good. Also Carly's there too. Yeah, my team should back away here. But they end up greeding for the kills. But that's all good. They're strong enough to do that. We just go mid now. I'm just going to start dragon. Really slow, but we get it. Right now, what do? I'm going more for a frontline bruiser type build. I don't really need to go full damage. I go cleaver though for armor shred for Yone and Twitch being necessary there. Also, like, it gives me a lot of stats, as you guys know. I don't think I need to repeat the good old copy pasta of, you know, gives tons of AD, health, armor shred, blah blah blah. Don't need to do all that shit. Yeah, my Moore as well. I can't go Starix, but Moore is a good alternative here for all their AP burst damage as well. Into Hwayne, Akali. Yeah, next I'm just going Jackshow. See Vayne's top lane, coming down, nicking my Fury up. Kind of begging for Fury here, but he lets me keep it. Little fight break, so gonna go top lane here. So I'm a little bit tired too. It's 2 AM as I'm recording this now. Didn't think I'd be making a late commentary video, but I was pretty inspired. I didn't want to leave it to waste as well. Yeah, here I'm just collecting the wave, trying to get my golden XP. I probably could fight Vayne if I wanted to. I don't remember if I do. Yeah, I see Vayne's actually kind of like disengaging from me now from the lane. Well, she was, but I saw Lee coming up. This time, not making the same mistake. Just going to respect it. Got to walk down towards my team. Something might blow out here. Twitch did die previously. They're on Baron now, so I'm pinging that we can try and go for a Baron like fight here. I want Diana to come to me here, but she's a little bit late and maybe not reading entirely what I want to do. I keep my W up because I didn't think it was necessary as she was getting busted down. So that I have my ult and stun, I am ready for a play here, but instead we're just going to go for the Baron. So now, as my role in this Baron fight, it's to block Lee Q and to maybe E over the wall if I need to stop him from reaching over as well. Or like as soon as he jumps in, I can W him as well. That's like my other way that I want to play it. I'm also like not hitting the Baron in case he like jumps on it. Sadly, I tried to go for Lee stun there, but I hit a ward as well, which happens. But yeah, regardless, we get the Baron and now we can go mid. So I'm just playing with my team. This is all I'm doing. I had a pretty, rough game earlier on, but we're just playing with our team and we're being a lot more useful than Akali is. That's for sure. Akali's just riding off her early game and like TP clan Baron mainly. Oh, Dragon, sorry. Yeah, I'm just here now, just waiting with Twitch. Don't want him to get caught out, so I'm just standing next to him. I do want my team here, and we do have Baron coming up, but Twitch is also strong enough to where we can just force a fight. And as you guys are going to see now, again, if I can protect my Wincon, my ADC, that is all I need to do. He's going to go in here. I'm going to try and like walk towards the threats that are going to try and CC him. I'm on Lee now, so you can't just jump on Twitch. I tried to also tank the fresh Q if you pay attention here. Tried to walk in. Tried to E into the Lee Q too. Everyone just missed regardless, but it's the thought that counts, right? This is a bit chaotic. Ended up working. Sadly, Twitch gets caught there. But now that everyone's dead, I want to go for the end. We have Baron, we have Diana. Diana's really good at split pushing. I have full Fury as well. Gonna insta-stun Carly here. Lock her down. The good thing about like Renekton to Akali too is as soon as she shows in her W, you can insta-lock her down and then like use your Q and E as well to hit her. Like all your abilities basically hit her as well when she's invis, which is pretty good. But yeah, this game, it was definitely a rough start. There was definitely some rough moments, but we came back. We kept our mindset, tried to win, and again, this is just relying on my mental state today. If you like try hard to win, you can always like do it as well. Like if you really put your mind to it. But finally, in the last game, I won't really go over this too much as it's already an hour-long video, but I want to just go into the start of the game and to show you the turning point too. Now, this game was based off everything else, this game. I think this game my wife called me to, so I'll probably just mute it due to privacy reasons. I'm just going to show you the laning phase quickly too. So this game, based on the games today that went really horrible, I went Conqueror into Rumble. Rumble's a very hard matchup as well, on top of that. So I wanted to go like something more consistent. So I went Conqueror, second win D-Shield with TP. TP was just for players, and if I'd get weak-sided. The whole day today, even in the games I haven't showed you, I got camped, so I wanted a way just to not really be, you know, so destroyed by it. So yeah, that's kind of like my approach to this game, specifically. Level 1, I'm just waiting. Gonna take E-start. Actually, no, I took Q-start. Yeah, so I would take E-start here, but I was just very, like, insecure based on today's games. Yeah, I wanted to play safe, just play FQ, farm, chill back. Like, a lot of this lane, I'm just gonna skip it a little bit. Like, a lot of this lane is just kind of chilling here, just relaxing, just trying to... Every time his Q's on cooldown, I can abuse it. Like, right now, maybe I go for it, maybe not. I don't think I do, because he has W and his Q would come up by the end of the combo. And he would, like, tag me with it. Yeah, in Rumble lane, it's really important to keep your health up and respect him at all times. So I'm playing back, just keeping my health up here. Just chilling too. Not a lot that I can really do. Doing minion here. Yeah, he's like really annoying. My best way of being able to handle this in this lane is just get my reset, get my Hex Drinker, and play that way. Can also get items like Stride Breaker too if I want to, but my main like way to win here is just by going Hex Drinker into more against our Lux Rumble. Yeah, here, as you're about to see now, he tries to shove me in, trying to keep my health up, trying to last it. Really hard matchup. It's like very suffocating, very claustrophobic. I just poke with Q a little bit. Now I'm staying under my tower. Get the cannon there. Try to do what I can. So maybe here I probably could have teleported, but I got very greedy. And I also had Viego coming topside, so I assumed that maybe we could gank. I don't think I'll ping this. Okay, I pinged once, but I should be pinging more. And because I didn't ping more here, I actually get ganked by Graves. And if I did ping more, sorry, maybe he could instantly come top lane. But yeah, dude went to his Krugs because he didn't really care about top lane, which might have been my fault. But yeah, he tried coming after at least. Actually, maybe there was never Krugs. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't really tell. I guess it's just the path. Yeah, I get dove here. Not much to really do. I could have stunned right away. In fact, let me look at that again. Yeah, I could have W'd Rumble and flashed to the side. But this is all like in the moment after like 5 games played. And I was pretty tilted. And I went for this like dumbass play, which was like my bad. At this point I'm just typing as well my frustration because I constantly get dove and like camped in these games. But I don't know, this game was more like deliberate dive rather than myself like being the cause, but I could have outplayed it. Yeah, next, Rumble is once again trying to crash the wave on me. Also, sorry about the replay, it's like a bit bugged here. Yeah, just trying to do what I can here. Just farm, chill, use second wind D shield. Rushing the Hex Drinker, as you guys can see. I think it's very necessary. Yeah, it's really hard here. I would try and all in when he has overheat, but him having soak boots, he just kites me out. Like, there's not really a consistent way to win this matchup before level 6. Even after level 6, like, you need to already, like, have boots ready to run him down and stuff. Yeah, here I'm just tanking his punishment. I can't really do a lot. I end up warding this because I was kind of concerned I'll get ganked again. Try and go a bit more aggressive on this trade, but I don't really have the damage to sustain a long fight. My cooldowns are way too high too. Rumble at this point, ult, waste ult here. I still have my ult. I probably could try and force a fight, but it's incredibly, you know, hard. Because I need to play around his heat. His heat's also on max, so as soon as I go in and stun, he'll kill me off the Q. And I'll be self-locked in my W animation. At this point, I'll try and go for the kill here. I think I get it, actually. Okay, I do get the kill. So, we get a kill here. Pretty good. Rumble had no ult. Played off his heat. I thought I died here. So that's why I wasn't sure if I remember killing him. Yeah, off the Q cooldown at the end. Ult W to keep my health up just in case. Build my Fury. Hit Q. We get the kill. So, pretty good. Pretty good comeback. So our mental state is pretty chill right now. It's still really hard. Has line push on me. Graves just get grubs here as well. At this point, I'm getting dove again. Literally can't do anything here at this point. This is where, like, it's very tilting. Once again, have to play around jungle. Don't really have any form stout player. I try and, like, dodge the Graves auto attacks by hiding behind tower, but Rumble alone is, like, dishing out all the damage to me. If we just watch that back. Wait. Yeah, it's not a lot to do here against Graves. Like, he didn't even auto me, but I'm just still getting melted, and they take 0 damage. Yeah, it's just really sad. And I was just, like, really frustrated. Yeah, TP. Can't really go for the play here, so I'm just going to go for the farm. That's all I need to do there. So what is this music? As I'm, like, recording this. Let me skip it. So, guys, this is where the turning point happens in this specific game. So here, I died twice. Pretty tilted. But I do know that my team's doing well. Again, all I need to do is play for the win conditions on my team. Kaiser, Ari, Viego. They all matter more than me. Go try and reset my wave here. So I do that. Start recalling. Just need to get that item. I see Graves' top lane too. So this little mutant is constantly trying to stop my back. And I'm just tilted here. You can see I say, nah, hell no. I try and, like, tell my team to do something. So this guy is, like, running into me, which is, like, completely weird. My Fury was also really weird here too, but it really didn't matter. Yeah, here I'm just, like, styling on him, just trying to go for the 1v2. So even after the fact that I got camped, died twice, I'm focused, I'm still trying to win, my mental's still in the game. I ward this in case Lux was coming, but I didn't see her at the time. I could self-dive this, but again, I wanted to play safe. I didn't want to go for a risk that I'd end up making a regret on. So I wait for Ori to get it, and just like that, we get 2 kills out of it, and yeah, we're chilling. And, okay, here, I don't condone my actions, but I was pretty tilted today. I was pretty tilted. I never type in chat usually. You guys can attest to this who watch my streams and stuff, but I had to let it out. I was really annoyed. Don't recommend it. I was just frustrated because every game was just like me getting dove and my mental could only take so much. And then this guy's like talking to me saying like, you know, what is he supposed to do? I'm playing bad or like whatever. And I don't know. I'm just like typing tilting stuff like I talked about in the other game. Just trying to like type stuff as well, you know, to get in his head. Yeah, at this point, I'm kind of back in the game. Just trying to vibe. Rumble roams at some point, So in this point, I just stay in lane, go into tower, start taking his platings. Just gotta skip it a bit more now because basically the rest of this game is just basically us coming back. And the way that we come back, you know, is off Rumble's TP play, I roam bot lane. I take all these platings, I come back, get my more, and now I'm going to go into Cleaver as well, which is consistent. It's consistent like the last game, so I'm just getting all those stats to be very tanky, have good bruiser stats, and just kind of stat check the Rumble as well. You just like tower here. I don't really mind. Get level 11. Also, sorry if I'm just skipping points. I'm pretty tired at this point. I didn't really expect it to be this long of a video, so I'm kind of just skipping to the main parts if you guys don't mind. Yeah, here, waves in the middle. I am fearful that Graves could be top again, so I'm trying to be a bit more mindful this time. I do have my team roaming up. I'm playing on the edge here, like towards my side of the map, because I don't know where Graves is. Could be anywhere. Just waiting for him to push here. You see, Graves was top. This is like where the mindfulness and me trying to, you know, come back to win, keeping my mental preserved, like giving myself a little mental reset after the kills too, like really matters. Yeah, here at this point, we get a little pick here. It's coming in, WR. My Fury management in these games is so bad, by the way. I realized this. I think it's just because, like, the games were not going great. They'll fight breaking out, Twitch ults, Lux ults. Just waiting for cooldowns. I flash in 5 seconds too, so I'm just waiting for a play. I ping it too for my team. I'm going to focus Twitch because he's the AD carry. I'm going to keep him in place here. I could get auto attack by Q instead. And just like that, we ended up getting quite a lot out of it. I don't think we get anything else. Yeah, we just walked back to lane. So from that horrible start where we ended up getting dove, like, back to back, we ended up coming back as well. So right now, like, we're in the clear. Just trying to do anything I can, roam to my team. Be an asset, right? Just be another member on the map. Use my newly gained lead with my teammates as well. Try and close out the game. The way we win this game now is basically just play together. Try and, like, get objectives, force fights as a team. Like, we have really good pick potential with me, with my stun, Ari, Nautilus, you name it, like, everyone. Their comp is very weird. Like, Rumble's a good lane bully, but he doesn't do enough for their engage. He can get a good R flank, but I don't know, it's kind of difficult for them to play more into the fight. Because everyone's kind of ranged on their team as well. They need to, like, play, like, long range and be really sneaky as well. So Rumble doesn't really do enough here, I feel like, for that team. I see Rumble backing. Gonna go for the tower here now. Still watch it just in case. I can just fast forward this a little bit too. I'll push this out. I'm looking at the map every time I'm doing this too. I see Graves. I see he's coming up. So I'm going to reset now. I look at my dragon timer. Dragon's going to come up really soon. What am I doing here? A little bit of a delay there. But I think I'll walk to the bush just in case if my back gets interrupted. I do have teleport for this player as well though. I probably could have stayed in lane. But I think I just wanted my reset for items and then come to dragon. So I'm just going to stroll in here now. Got my ult up. Everything's like timed up perfectly. Playing on the edge. Trying to like keep all my health up too. Start going for a fight. Just gonna W nearest target, do WRQ. Build Fury, do some damage. Gonna try and hide in the bushes to drop aggro. I am looking for a play on Twitch, or even like the Lux. So Ari just goes into suicide. It was like so random here. I don't know why that happened, but it did. It happened, but you know, it's all good. Yeah, so a little bit of a hiccup there, but I don't force myself to go there. Like I decide to, you know, take my little victory there. Did what I needed to do there, and we just like chill. So I'm on the map now, got my Fury. They are like trying to retreat. Maybe we can get a pick. So I'm just like walking around trying to get intel. Do see them going into the top side. I don't know why I pinged Nautilus. My Nautilus was just tilted. I don't know what he was doing. Maybe I did it instinctively. I don't know. Not sure why I was tilting. It was always winnable this game. It's a pick here, but I can't really follow up on it. Something to note too is that I bought Red Trinket to Vision Deny and also go for like some stealthy players, because if I can like find a stealthy way to like reach the backline by using Red Trinket or just, you know, using Fog of War to my advantage, it remains pretty good. So we see Twitch here too. I do ping Viego to come. So we'll get ready to set up this play. Twitch was very annoying here. He actually got away too, like briefly. But yeah, I think he shows just near the bush. Yeah, he like blinks out there a little bit. I'm gonna start walking there too. We get the kill. So all good. Also one moment as well, as I'm just recording this. I got a block nose, so I have to mute mic a little bit too as I'm recording this, so apologies if it's like a little bit of an awkward delay. Don't really mean that. Okay, so next, like, what do we have now? So we bought our Cleaver. Cleaver's really good here because, again, the stats and the utility too for Viego and Kaiser as well with the Shred. It remains pretty great here just for, you know, extra value and utility. I come to like the mid lane here now. We're just kind of like waltzing around, just waiting for something to happen. The only thing we need to be careful of right now is Rumble ulting as well. Also, all these like random ults were perma aimed at me. I definitely should be side lane. Like, I agree with Nautilus. I probably should have side laned a bit more this game, but I was in this mindset where I wanted to protect my team. Like, I feel like as a player, if I'm having like a bad game, Also, like, I'd rather just stick near the team and then we, like, force a fight and be there with numbers advantage. That's kind of like my play style with this. Yeah, it was definitely my best interest just to look for a TP and get the fight off that way while trying to farm up a lead. Dago dies here now, which is like really awkward, and they can start Baron. So I'm just like, you know, I'm just walking around here, just seeing if there's any entry points, trying to get intel. I'm only walking like slowly into the pit because I don't want to like overextend and lose all my health. I end up coming off the pit because they're scared of me. They're also collapsing on mid. This point mid lane was really awkward. I don't know why they went for it. Yeah, I use red drink here, make sure no one spots me. Thinking about doing a play, gonna R. EQ. W, E. I have to flash though. But this helped out here to kill the Lulu so she can't really peel for people or polymorph. So it bought some time. Here I wanted a reset with TP. But sadly the Luxor also got me. Did they get Baron? Okay, I don't think they got Baron here. Okay. Yeah, so luckily that play, because I killed Lulu, we threatened the fact that she's not on the map and people were spawning. They ended up delaying the Baron, so now we can just like go to Dragon here and it's like just super good for us. Yeah, now I'm just pushing for wave TP. I think my TP was very bad here though. Because the thing with this TP is because what makes this bad is that I have home guards, I can run out of base. Everyone's going to sync up to me on the time that I run here. But for me, I was pretty like... I don't know why I was rushing this. I think I just wasn't focused. I just went for a TP to try and get the wave and, I don't know, start a push. But it just made no sense. Like, it was completely bad and the enemies could just force Baron off of it. So, a little bit of macro advice there. In this moment, when you have so many seconds. I don't know how many seconds it was, but clearly over like a minute, you know? Yeah, it wasn't exactly worth it. Because, again, I'd be here right now. On the map. Oh, sorry. Apologies for yawning. Regardless, though, I'm here. We get the Dragon, and now we need to rush Baron. This is a problem, though. I TP'd, and we lose Baron off of it, which is, again, a big mistake and a macro problem. Something I just want to share too. The fight here is very awkward, but I do just want to like try and stun rumble. Try and get closest target, EQ'd there, walk away. Trying to play around my Ari and Viego. But here's an example though, like why my play mattered too. That teleport was really bad, and it also led us into this really bad position where they were forced to do Baron because I'm bot lane, and they ended up getting it too. Like, every action has consequence. Like, you guys might have noticed that right now. Like, my consequence of going longsword, PTA in the first game with domination and going for those players. This game, like, you know, just TPing like that and then losing out on Baron and my team dying for it. It all matters in the grand scheme of things. And these, like, little things are, like, what keep people stuck in the elos that they're at. Because these make these plays, like, every game, too. Like, more common than you think. And I would say that a lot of these mistakes aren't really a full result of my gameplay. However, I do feel like today was, like, one of those one-off days that I was talking about at the start of the video, where sometimes you're just going to have, like, games like this where things are just super hard, and you need to really claw back a victory in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, right now my team's like trying to surrender too. My Nautilus is completely deluded too. Like, we can win. Like, we have a lot of CC with the Nautilus and myself as well to really peel and have damage as well. Talk about this player now. So I'm just waiting here. I do have Baron showing, so I need to end up walking away. They were going for a collapse too. In this moment, I tried to help Nautilus survive, but did he survive? I guess he did survive. Okay, so it paid off. Like, we got him to survive there. We get the pick. Really massive. We get the pick on Lux. I start recalling just so I get health, get my cloth armor. I'm gonna buy a Jack Show at this point. I did also buy Force of Nature because I felt like, I mean, I don't know if it was the best, but I wanted Moon Speed, and I wanted just these stats where I'm getting consistent magic resist 2 against the Rumble, because it's a really good item into him for that nature. And the fact that if I ever get to 1v1 too, I'll have the stats to just chase him down as well. Still, I don't know if it was the best choice, admittedly, but in this game, it just felt right. But in my opinion, I think Jack Show could have been the better choice, for sure. And if I wanted Moon Speed, maybe Deadman's, but regardless, ended up being pretty fine. So here now, we're trying to get the tower. I need to be very careful. They can all just roam down on me, as you're about to see now as well, as I'm like hitting these. Graves comes, and I decided to like just get a recall here. Don't remember if Nautilus does some funny business here. He might do. Nah, he doesn't. It's on me instead. Messed up my E there. Yeah, it was like a really weird thing. I panic ult in case he ults with Dark Harvest. Well, no, it's Fleet Footwork. Yeah, still, I just panic ult there just in case. But yeah, that... Me, like, messing up and waste... Like, here's the problem here, right? So I'm here, I'm trying to wait for something when no one's around. Do literally 0 damage. I E in this direction instead of here, because here I could E and then E over this wall. But instead I'm just going this way where I can't really E here. And I'm in this weird position where I need to waste seconds of getting hits just to E again. And then I panic ult too on top of that. Here, unfortunately, Kaiser dies to the ult. Looking for a play here, though. Flash over the wall, kill. We get the dragon, so that's pretty good. I'm way too tired as I'm recording this now. I promise in the future when I make these type of VOD reviews, I'll do a lot earlier. It's just that my time is very constrained to where I'm going to stream a lot in the mornings, and then I have like a lot of time to myself and do other things. So in the night before bed is like when I'm basically able to do some of these certain videos. But yeah, this is like be more of a one-off like type of video. So we get the dragon here, very good. What's our win con? Like, you have to ask yourself in these games right now, like, what is the win con? So the whole idea of how we win this is we want to get Baron, we want to shove mid, try and like look for a pick on somebody, preferably with Nautilus ult. Just play it that way. Right now I'm low. Rumble thought that I was like forced to back here, so I thought, maybe I can bait a kill on with Ari. So I'm starting to ping this, starting to chill here. We're just waiting. Rumble cluelessly goes in. I ult again, just so I have Fury, just in case as well, just for extra damage. And we pick up a kill there. Not ulting too is always very dangerous against Rumble. I mean, if we look at it this way too, like, I was basically 100 or 200 health left if I didn't ult. So it ended up being pretty worth here. So this is where the TP is actually better now. So they might force a play. So I'm going to start TPing in. My team's on the map. They're all running towards it. Do waste some Fury here, which was not ideal. All around was chilling. Twitch tried to jump on me. Try and run away as fast as I can. Try and get behind the tower as well. Sidestep the Lux ult. Now we're looking for a moment. We have got Baron spawning now, so we are just going to like force this out. So forcing out Baron here means that we can prep a fight that's about to happen. Like, someone's going to step in. We have Nautilus Q, as you're about to see here. Getting ready for the fight. Twitch is isolated. Really terrible positioning there. Really terrible. Coming in, stun. That's all I need to do here. Just go for the stun. Walk back to Baron. Lux hasn't hit any ults by the looks of it. Get the Baron here. Really big. Wait, was that a Lux ult again? I'm so confused. No, it's actually just abilities. Never mind. I was like tripping for a second. So many unempowered Ws today into ults. Like, my Fury management, like I said, was just really bad today in these games. But it is what it is. So we pick up the Baron. Also, give me a second as well, just adjusting my chat. Oh, don't remember the last time I recorded something for an hour 30 straight. I don't think I've ever done that before. This might be my longest video that isn't a build guide. I might edit it here and there, but yeah, pretty long video so far. So now that we got the Baron in this point in the game, I want to kind of round up my team and go mid. I definitely should be spam pinging. Like, if you guys like don't do this, you definitely should spam ping and, you know, try and do all that, you know, gonna end the game. Also, some guy followed me as I'm recording this because I'm recording from OBS. Verk EX, thanks for the follow. If you watch this, who knows? Yeah, right now I'm trying to round my team up, I'm trying to ping. Definitely need to ping more though. That's something we can establish in these games. I definitely need to ping a lot more in these games. Yeah, I have Kaiser mid, I have Nautilus around. I'm trying to be careful, don't want to get hit by any abilities or force a bad fight. Oops, excuse me. That's how we here. At this stage, we can just roam into their jungle and camp as well. So that's like another benefit to taking that tower as well mid lane. It opens up the bot side of the map where we can just go for a play like that on the Lulu who has to go into ward. So with this, we go bot now, take tower. Just playing off the back wave. Just sitting back, using cannon minion to siege. Let our mid lane do the work. Or like our people mid lane, sorry. So I started going for tower, but I had to back off here. Don't want to get caught ever. Any death here is like completely hard to play this game, so I need to be really mindful. I'm going for Jack Show too. I have TP in 30, so I need to look out for these things too. And if I have like a pocket to recall, I can just like get the Jack Show and come into the fight. I might do it like really soon. Maybe even now. So I go for the reset now, got the Jack Show. This is where like we're just insanely tanky, no one can stop us. At the end of the build, I didn't know what to build, so I was thinking of Sundered Sky just for stats. Anyway, I like to have sustain and extra damage. I was thinking Hexblade too, but I wasn't really sold on the idea. So come out to the fight here now. This is like the last fight, I believe. Is it the last fight? Something like that, yeah. Lux ends up getting caught. I'm coming around, looking for a flank play. Okay, I don't come around instead. I'll go over the wall here, catch them both. Flash EQ, just going in, trying anything I can, try and stun lock them down. Guys are surviving so long with the Eclipse and Lulu shields. Ends up buying off more than he can chew. Rumble comes from behind. I have 300 magic resist right now, by the way. This is where the Force of Nature does come in handy because I don't take any damage from them. Like 400 magic resist, like what? That's crazy. Is it really that much I get? Damn. Even I didn't know that, like what? Wait, I really getting that much? That's crazy. I didn't know it was that much, that's insane. It's also Jack Show as well, by the way. Jack Show empowers my Force of Nature even more because of the stacks as well that I get from it. So it's even more like gigantic when you think about it. But yeah, those are the 3 games that I played in my today's session. So yeah, that is basically it really for my VOD review. So what we learned today is that if you can keep a good mental, you are able to accomplish anything. Just like anything in life, right? They weren't the prettiest games. They were very bad. A side of me that I don't like to show a lot of, you know, when it comes to League, you know. But I think today I felt pretty good mindset-wise. And it's all about coming to, you know, it's more or less like accepting yourself in these games. Like if you can accept yourself and just like chill, vibe, have fun, go with the process, learn how to, you know, come back from behind, learn how to win, play from any circumstance. That is ultimately what's going to make you a better player. So even today with these games where I didn't do too great, the fact that I was able to come out here and still not lose, still play with the intent to win, and still try hard as I could. Goes to show, like, you know, that I'm proud of myself. Like, I'm really trying to make an effort. And if you guys can do that too, in any of your games too, that you think, you know, aren't winnable, I think you'll be having a lot more results too. Like, if you just learn to let go the image of doing bad, and you just maintain an image of trying to always do good and improve and always trying your best, you'll be rewarded, right? Like, I think that's the valuable lesson about these games. Like, I shouldn't care about what my teammates think of me, because I'm not going to see these people again. There's a very slight chance that I can, right? But if I just play and, like, understand, like, where I went wrong and how I can improve, that's all that matters. Like, in each one of these games, there was a lesson. Greed, risk, you know, my high reward, feast or famine, you know, backfiring on me. And that happens, right? But we came back, we stabilized, we took it on the chin, and we went about it, you know? We ended up coming back. Got carried, admittedly, but sometimes you're about to... It's important to get carried. It's a skill to learn how to get carried as well. Game after, we had a pretty awful start. Died to ganks. Got solo killed by Akali. Embarrassed ourselves with some bad players. But we stabilized, came back, solo killed Akali a couple times. Played, well, let's say one time. And the other time was like killing Lee with Diana as well. But yeah, we came back, played macro properly, assisted my team, and we were just there. Game after, same story. I got dove, had a bit of a rough laning phase, came back with a solo kill. Played macro on my team, played for my strengths. There's still some little issues here and there, but they were to be expected after a long gaming session. Yeah, that's really it. That's all I really want to talk about. But if you guys enjoyed this video, which is by far a long video, definitely be a one-off, but it's more or less for my people that want educational games, right? If you're a person that wants to study, you want to learn everything about me, or just anything that you can about Renekton, this is where you're going to find that on this channel, and I hope you guys really enjoy this content. With all that being said though, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. If there's any type of scenario you want me to go over, anything that you want me to try and show in these VOD reviews, I am very open. I'll try and make it more concise next time. A little bit less timing, so you guys can watch through it all. But regardless, if you enjoyed the video and you really enjoyed it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And there'll be a lot more of this content coming out the way. A lot of educational stuff, a lot of fun videos, a lot of stream highlights, montages, guides, you name it. It'll be coming to my channel. Yeah, boys, it was a pleasure. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out, and have a good one. Bye-bye.